What's poppin' T Squad? It's me, Keisha, and I'm here with tonight's All Tea All Shade Growing Up Hip Hop Season 5, Episode 7 review. So, on tonight's episode, we pick up exactly where we left off on last week's episode with Egypt freaking out because she's late to Sam / her show. Twist, Tyran, Boogie, and Lil Easy are outside the venue talking, and Twist says he feels Sam is trying to take Egypt's spotlight. Like, Ray Charles could see that shit. So in Tyran's confession, he said, when I heard Sam was doing a show before Egypt, I thought, but aren't you supposed to be helping her? He probably wants money and fame too. And I was like, yeah, I remember when he first came on the show as her boyfriend, he was supposed to be helping her with her music. And then all of a sudden it changed to them focusing on him and then her coming later. And I mean, it's just obvious with anybody with two eyes that this boy is a moocher and he is a user. I know a couple of people, just a few, very sure a few people on last week's episode was saying that they don't think that he's using her. They just think that he's young. And, you know, based off the interaction that he had with his father, that doesn't make them think that he's using her. And I was like, the daddy could be a user too, child. Apple don't fall too far from the tree. Let's not forget he hadn't been doing music in 3 years. And just because he has respect for his father does not still mean that he is a moocher or a user. The nigga that I was with had the utmost respect for his family, and he still was an ain't shit ass nigga. So that has nothing to do with anything. Anybody that don't think that Sam is a user, like, you getting used in your own life. Like, it's obvious that this nigga is up to no good when it comes to her, that he's using, you know, her clout, her name, her fame to get where he needs to be. The fact that even at his age, he's willing to live off of her mother and not work, and he has 2 children that he needs to support, says a lot about this young man and his priorities. You got 2 kids, so if you ain't got no money, how are you providing for your children? You're living under Pep and her daughter. You know what I'm saying? So how are you providing for your children? You know what I'm saying? So, child, please. So Sam daddy backstage amping him up and shit, and Brianna is there and is pleased that TT is making sure Egypt is late to the show. Egypt ends up showing up 20 minutes late and rushes inside. So then we switch to Angela, her mom, and her little sister, who's very pretty. They go get lingerie for Denise, I guess for her like bridal shower or whatever. And they talk about Angela's son asking, you know, is his father alive? And that really fucked me up to hear that, because you know, whether you like Angela a lot or not, she has gone through something horrific that I wouldn't put on my worst enemy, you know, to go through something like that, and for your child to lose their father, you know, somebody that was in their life, you know what I'm saying? And me being a single mom and just raising a son, period, with a father that was MIA, even though he was still alive, he was MIA, and having to answer those questions when they're little and try to your best to explain why their father isn't around is the hardest thing. I remember having to go through that with Kyrese. So just imagine being in a position where the father was present and he ended up dying. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you explain that to a toddler? So I felt really bad for her. So dating comes up and her mom asks, you know, what happened with her and Romeo. And then we switch back to Sam. He's on stage rapping some bullshit. Ain't nobody in the audience amped up. Everybody just standing there looking with their phone out, with nobody really singing along, with nobody bobbing their head. I don't know what the fuck we was watching. So he asked Egypt to come on stage, and I didn't like her performance neither. She was doing a bunch of a bunch of metal rap. I don't know. Did they think they the new Corn or Limp Biscuit? I don't know what the fuck I was watching. So Sam say, you know, she's right here for a reason. So with that said, Egypt, will you be my everything for the rest of my fucking life? And he get down on one knee and he look at the audience like, like photo op. Like, it wasn't even nothing romantic or anything, but her young dumb ass was like, oh my God, oh my God. And he give her that old cubic zirconia 1992 ass nugget ring that he got from the pawn shop. And, you know, her little dumb ass loved it. So Brianna, like, call my car, I'm out. She was over it. She was done. I didn't blame her. So Twist in his confessional say, I think Sam is the Vanessa of the year. And I was like, hey, the fuck, man. So backstage, Egypt dumbass is crying, and Sam says, you know, tell T-She this is why I'm broke. I spent it all on this ring. Nigga, I remember you saying when y'all went to go get that ring that you had like $5,000. to spend. You only spent $900, my nigga. Let's not forget. And if all you got in life is $900, then you need to be reassessing your motherfucking whole life, my nigga. And then if that's all you had and you chose to spend it on the engagement ring instead of providing your two young boys with Pampers and food and clothes, once again, you need to reevaluate your whole motherfucking existence. But let's not forget, you said you had up to $5,000 unless you were just flexing and fronting for Tyran and Boogie them. But like I said, boy, bye. So she FaceTime her mama and shows her that ugly ass ring. And of course, Pepper is down for it because she wore ugly wigs. Sam promised her that he would wait 1 or 2 years before they get married. Lies. He gonna marry her as soon as he can. So outside, TT tells Tyran that she gonna pretend to be supportive, but now she gotta investigate this nigga. And I'm down for it. So her and Brianna and Troy gonna get to it. So Brianna texts Egypt and asks her can they meet up to talk, but she doesn't respond right away because she enjoying her little engagement child. So Angela tells her mom that she and Romeo still aren't speaking, and her mama tells her not to give up on their friendship. But Angela like, I'm not gonna beg for this nigga friendship. I've reached out, he ain't answered. I don't know what else you want me to do. So Angela sees online that Sam and Egypt are engaged. She was like, this nigga had on a Joker mask. Like, I'm scared. So Tanise and Vanessa are kicking it, and we find out that Master P asked her to come see him because he has a business opportunity for Vanessa. So they see Egypt propose on TMZ too. Tanise tells her that JoJo wants another kid, and he's pressuring her to do it, but she doesn't want any more. Vanessa says, don't let him pressure you, it's your body. And Tanise says, how do I keep my marriage if I don't want any more kids? Is he going to divorce me? And she starts to cry and everything. And Vanessa tells her, if you talk to him, he'll understand. And once again, I understand her fear of this being a deal breaker, but you need to be honest instead of marrying him. And then down the line, this becomes a big issue. And then the divorce happens and y'all wasted each other's time. Be upfront and honest about what you feel and give that man an opportunity to say yay or nay if he can or cannot deal with this situation. So after the show, Sam tells TT to love me because I'm her, basically. I'm not going nowhere. And TT still, however, plans to investigate this nigga. I know a lot of people online were saying, like, TT need to mind her business at this point, this, and that. But you have to remember, she is on a reality show, and they do got to create drama. Because in real life, after I told her, girl, this nigga's using you, and she said, I still love her anyway, I would have been like, all right, stupid, and went on about my business. But they on a reality show, so they got to, act a fool. So Dame tell his girlfriend that they're going to move ahead with getting married before the baby comes. And he says he misses Ava and he's still paying a note on her car and the insurance, even though she ain't speaking to him. He always bringing up what he does for his children. Like, either you're going to do it because you want to do it out the kindness of your heart, just stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be based upon whether or not she's speaking to you or not. First of all, why you paying the shit anyway? She grown. Shit, let her do it herself. Teach her some type of responsibility. But like, he just always has to bring up something financial that he's done, or I don't know. They just fucked up in the head. So his girlfriend in her confessional cried because she misses Ava too, and she's used to her being around. It's good to see, however, that he is with a woman that genuinely loves his children. So Angela goes to her life coach and talks about her son wanting his daddy and him asking if his father's still alive, and her having to show the little boy pics and stuff. And she wants to know how to explain to him that he's not coming back. She gets very emotional. I started crying because I felt really bad for her. And she said that, after she told him like he's in heaven and tried her best to explain, because the little boy is only 3 years old, so it's only but so much understanding that he will have, that he got sad for the rest of the day. And child, I done been there. Woo, child, I done been there. So I just, my heart went out to her really, truly, honestly in that moment. Because like I said, when Kyrese was little, we had to have that conversation about his dad. And give y'all a little short story. When Kyrese was like 5, maybe 5 or 6, he was asking about, why don't I have a dad? Why does other kids have dads and I don't? And, I had to reach out to his father to ask, can you be in his life? Because he wasn't in his life. And, you know, he promised Kyrese that we were going to meet up so he can meet Kyrese, so Kyrese can meet him for the first time, because Kyrese didn't remember him, of course, from when he was a baby. And so the day of, you know, Kyrese was so excited. We were going to meet him at McDonald's, and we were dressed and ready to go. I was just waiting on the phone call so we could leave out. And then he called me and told me he wasn't going to be able to make it. And when I tell you, to this day, this story makes me cry anytime I bring it up, because Kyrese boohoo cried at the end of my bed like somebody died. I have never in my life, even to this day, he's 20 years old, seen him cry like that ever. I mean, he cried. I mean, chest heaving up and down, and it hurt him so bad. So moments like that as a mom, it's just so hard. Like, 'cause you never want to see your children hurt. You never do. Like, that's the main thing you want to shield them from in life is hurt. So I really felt bad for Angela. And it also made me pose the question, like, have her and Lauren London ever reached out to each other and talked? Because they're both going through the same thing, raising little boys without their father who've been murdered. And I wonder, have they reached out to each other? And if they haven't, that's something that they probably should think about doing. Because they could really be a help to each other. So she tells the life coach about the Romeo situation. And the therapist says he probably really does like her and doesn't like confrontation. The therapist suggests she write herself a letter about everything, you know, that she's struggling with in her life, pray over and throw it away, and the situation away. So Ava, in her confessional, says that she wants to meet up with her father and talk. TT tells Vanessa about the whole Sam situation and him saying that she in love with him, and she asks her to go to Vegas with her for Egypt's party because she don't want to go by herself. So Vanessa tells her that she got an offer for a film, but Master P is co-producing the film. And she was like, my family is done with Romeo, and here I am right in the middle. And TT was like, if I was you, I wouldn't do it. And I agree, because it's just being messy. Yes, there's a thing about, you know, business, personal is personal. But in this case, it's a little bit too much of a fresh wound. And after the meeting that she had with Master P on this episode, which was the best part of this whole episode, child, yeah, I would be remiss for you to do this film with Master P. So Vanessa meets with Master P, and this, like I said, was the best part of this whole goddamn episode. So she brings up what happened between Angela and Romeo, and JoJo being upset because he felt like Romeo was dissing his sister and this and that. So Master P in his confessional says, and the Oscar goes to JoJo Simmons for being the hardest gangster comedian on the show. We so scared. The disrespect of it all. My mouth dropped when I was sitting up here taking my notes, because I was like, oh, he went there. Oh, he's serious. Like, okay. I was dumbfounded. Like, I know when they was watching this shit, like, oh, really, motherfucker? That's how you feel? Oh, so you gonna be disrespectful too? So then, to her face, he says, I see JoJo as a nice kid. Your dad is more street though than JoJo. Like, okay, Master P, like, why is you coming for JoJo so hard? Like, first of all, you too old to even be involving yourself in this kid shit. But the way he coming at JoJo, it's like, really, Master P? Like, and the fact that poor Vanessa, because she's just like a little wounded bird. She just like, chirp, 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 chirp. Bitch, you gonna sit here and let him talk about your brother like that and like be shady towards your brother and talk some slick shit? Like, I would have been like, you know, this was a nice meeting, but you know, I'm gonna have to go. Like, cause he was being so disrespectful. But the shit was funny. So Master P said, you know, I don't think it's a big deal what happened between Romeo and Angela. He was like, I don't think Romeo meant it like that. I just think he feels he needs to focus on himself and he don't want to be a part of people trying to push them together. Nigga, bye. Your son said what he said on some Nene Leakes shit. I said what I said, and he meant what he said, child. He just in his feelings because she didn't want to be in a relationship with him. He got tired. So in his confessional, Master P said, this lady just lost her baby father to a shooting. I think she needs to be focusing on that more than her and Romeo friendship. Everything he said in that statement was very much true, but it came with a hinge of shade as well. But like I said, what he said was actually true. Like, because everything that she's going on, I wouldn't be worried if Romeo like me, don't like me, worried about what the fuck I post, what I don't post, who I fuck with. Like, none of that would be neither here nor there to me. But at the end of the day, what he said had a hint of shade to it, and I was here for every minute of it. So Vanessa says, that the conversation between her and Master P is hella awkward because he's basically glossing over the situation. And she says, Master P was like, I think she took it the wrong way, but I'll talk to him when he get back. And Vanessa said, maybe I took it wrong then and I caused this whole problem. And I'm like, Vanessa, shut your dumb ass up. Like, you didn't misinterpret shit, bitch. You got it right and you wasn't the cause of nothing. So that was tonight's episode of Growing Up Hip Hop. It was a good episode. It was a cool episode. I feel like it was more so of a filler episode. Master P's part, like I said, was the best part. It was shady as shit. Overall, I give tonight's episode a C plus. It was cool for what it was. And next week it's gonna pick back up, and I'm excited about that shit. Make sure you guys watch me and Monique's best friend tag video, and if you guys have any questions for us for Since You Asked, email us at since-you-asked-one@gmail.com. The email information is down below. We're filming new episodes soon, so get us your questions in. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. Remember, on Fridays and Saturday, I go live on Instagram. On Friday nights, I do live viewings with you guys of Life After Lockup. And on Saturdays, we watch Owns, Family, or Fiance. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. My social media information is down below. And if you're looking to cop a good book, that information is down there too. Love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Remember, there's no new episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta this week. That'll be back next week. Bye, you guys.